Chris Keys, Monday morning.
April 2nd.
April 2nd.
True
Nice.
stuff. Yeah.
April 2nd, and we are taking a first look at the RevivalDrive by Origin Effects. Now, Origin Effects, I was first introduced to them through their Cali compressor, Cali 76, which we reviewed about 4 years ago, I think. Mm-hmm. And I liked it so much I actually bought one. And then, because it sounded great, but it was big. So I bought one, and it was so damn big I couldn't really fit it on any of my pedal boards. And then they came out with a smaller one, and I thought, damn it, should have waited for the small one.
But you didn't know.
I didn't know. You know what? But the moral of this story is, I like the tune. I like the tone of it, so I figured, what the hell? They're making great stuff. I'm going to get this pedal and find room for it. So that's the full story. Great company, and this is their first little jump into the world of overdrives. And this is not like a pedal for kids. This is a complex pedal with lots of stuff. And when you have lots of options, like on say a tube screamer, limited options, you're going to dial in basically what you get, and it's going to sound like that, which is great. There's a place for that. But this is for next level geekery where you really want to tweak. The way I see this pedal is it's more of I almost feel like it's more of an amp simulator than an overdrive. Like I've got it set up where I'm kind of emulating an American overdriven amp, like say a Super. To me it sounds a bit like a Super, really pumped up, one channel. And the other side is very Britishy. So basically I'm jumping between American and British. So if you look down here, you have, the front panel, it looks pretty intimidating because there's a lot of stuff. But in short, we've got volume, which is actually, should be labeled as gain. It really is gain. So volume's right there, lows, and the lows can get you right down into bring it back. Boy, it sounds good right up there. And here's our bass tone. For the record, this is my 55 Strat, and I'm going into this Nace amp. And so there's our flat tone. Nothing wrong with that. But with this thing, you can really tweak it. If I had this, I would think of it, like I said, kind of like two different amps. And so you'd be able to get your straight tone, one amp, then jump between these two, and whatever other effects you wanted to add to it. But just, I'm jumping around a bit. Let me tell you a bit more about this front panel. So lows, Ghost is a really cool knob. Essentially, when you have an amp cranked up, you know that thing where you feel these sort of harmonics are kind of implied overtones? I think that's what Ghost kind of gets you. The harder you ride it, the more those kind of come out. Bring it down. And again, it's kind of a subtle thing, and I think you'll hear it more with different when it's driven a little bit harder. But that's a cool section. Blend is just giving you something between the dry and the overdrive. So great to have that option. You can have as little or as much, or find a combination. And I love that. I love being able to hear your bass tone and kind of feather in as much of the effect as you want. Down here, you have two switches. One is the preamp, which goes between US, which is where I am on this side, and British, which is what I'm running on this side over here. Then over here is the bright cap, again, going between US and British, and I've got an American. And you can further adjust the bright cap with this guy right there. So bring that back a bit. It gets that. It's almost like, it's kind of like on a box, how when you turn up that cut, it's bringing out a little bit of that high end. But so I'm running the cut right up there pretty high. So that's one section. Then to jump over to our other section, which I have set up as a British section. I mean, to me, those are two very distinct amp tones. Really kind of gets its own thing. So a cool, and then to further enhance this or complicate, depending on how you want to look at it, down here you have even more adjustments. Frequency, shelf EQ, mode, cut frequency, adjusting. So there's, like I was saying, this is not for kids. This is for somebody that's like into nuance and really wants to tweak. This is next level. You need to take, there's a prerequisite course you have to take.
An online course like the University of Phoenix.
Right. It's not for the faint of heart. And when you have this many options, you can dial in like the tone you want, but you can also have the potential of dialing yourself out of the tone you want, because there's just a lot of options. So what I would do, in a live application, is I'd find those two tones I want, switch between those. In the studio, I just really geek out and go for the nuance and find the tone I want for that particular song. Then you've got this as well, kind of a secondary pedal with it that gives you two more options, mid gauge and blend override, which will give you. So then essentially at that point, you have 6 preset sounds. You've got the 2 here, and then you've got 2 more for each one, giving you 3 tones on each side, if that makes sense. So that's a ton of options. When you hit the blend override, then you're getting the full, you're getting none of your dry signal, all effects. Just for shiz and giz, let's put on some P90s. Here's my 58 Junior. Let's see what this thing does. Let me go back. Whoa, a little bit hotter than the other one. So that's the American setting. That mid gauge and boost, mid range and gauge. I love that. That gives you just a little more point. You'll say for jumping up for a solo, that's a great way to do it. Hit that. In fact, hit both of those. Playing along. Oops. Bring you up to a much nastier thing. Let's go to the British side. And strangely enough, I'm not really hearing, some overdrives are very noisy. To me, this doesn't have any of those issues. It just sounds. great. Okay, love it with P90s. We're about out of time. I wanted to do a Tele, but I wonder if should we just jump straight to...
Oh, I think we should do the Tele.
Okay, you're right.
Let's do a proper...
What's the rush? Yeah, good for you, Chris. Okay, Tele, I want to get over that American kind of snarl thing a little bit. Man, I love that, right? That to me sounds very like a Fender amp in distress, you know? Take the blend override in there. And again, these changes, they're subtle. I mean, there's a lot in there. Over to the British side, let's see what that does. I'm glad we tried the Tele. I think that's my favorite tone yet. Although the Strat, I don't know, but they're all good.
Yeah.
Let's get into humbucker land. Just
to say we did.
Just to say we did. Just to hear what that does. Here's my PRS. Again, I'm going to start in the American. It's very cool that as you're playing, you can you're getting three tones on just one side is great. Mm-hmm. Just a great way to kind of work the dynamics and get a lot out of it. Now, that's just all on the American side. And again, I'm just labeling these American and British. You can set it however you want. You could have them both American, both British. I don't know, whatever you want. Go to the other side. Right there, I prefer it with the blend override on. You're getting all that. I think that's the point. Sometimes, you know, with a pedal like this, the point is to get a different tone, not to sometimes you want things transparent, and sometimes you just want an absolute change. Mm-hmm. So again, it's kind of like an A/B box and carrying a couple of different amps with you. So overdrive, there's the mid-range on. Wow, holy smokes, man. And we're not particularly loud, but we're getting a whole lot out of this thing. So that's the basics. It's just the first look at it. We'll do a full review later on. And what about coming up this week, Chris?
Rig rundown with Eric Johnson.
Eric Johnson. Holy smokes. Talk about a master of nuance and tone and everything. I suspect he's superhuman.
Can't confirm or deny.
Yeah, I can't confirm or deny, but I think that dude's superhuman. Well, let's drum machine our way out of here, and we'll see you next time. Yeah.